This video is brought to you by Ageless Geeks.
Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the Terminator 2 White Hot T-1000 from NECA Toys. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see that the figure is on a blister card packaging, very reminiscent of those old Kenner figures. Turning the packaging around, we can see some really cool cross-sells, again throwbacks to those old Kenner figures, showcasing a bunch of really cool NECA figures from this lineup. So with the box out of the way, let's crack this figure open and see what we have inside. And here is the T-1000 out of the box. And man, this is a very cool figure. Now, I absolutely love what NECA does. Even though I don't really collect a ton of their stuff, I'm always very appreciative of the kind of product they produce, and something like this T-1000 is just so perfect for me because I absolutely love those old school Kenner toys from when I was a kid, and this guy is truly great for an update, and I am so excited to check him out with you guys. So with this piece finally in hand, let's take a closer look at the White Hot T-1000. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at the White Hot T-1000. Now this is a pretty cool figure because this is ultimately a throwback to that old Kenner toy. Now unfortunately I don't have that old Kenner toy, so I'm really stoked to have this version because what I do like about NECA mostly is that of course their sculpts and paint apps are gorgeous, but I absolutely love the fact when they give us these like Kenner throwbacks to those old toy lines that I absolutely loved as a kid, and this is one of those. I think the sculpt looks great. I'm pretty sure this is a reuse of an old T-1000 that we've seen before, but I love all the sculpting in here, even the silver paint apps of the badge and things like the name tag and the studs on his belt buckles and all over his suit. I think look really cool. I love this a ton. This looks really good. And I never really had any of these Terminator figures from when they were originally released, so you know, this is my first time really getting this T-1000 in hand. I love even got the little walkie-talkie right there. He's got his gun right there at his side. I will note that his holster just does not want to close like that. I've tried time and time again. It just does not work. So this guy looks great. Simple paint, you know, because he is a color change plastic. So I'll be showing that off shortly. But overall, I think aesthetically, he just looks really cool. Okay, so let's check out his accessories. Since we do have the one pistol right here, so we get that like that. We do get a trigger holding hand like so. So you can pop that on like that. And he holds that pretty well. It's a pretty simple pistol, you know, no crazy paint or anything. Just molded in a simple black, which looks really good though. It's what you would expect, nothing crazy. You really don't need anything like that, which is pretty nice. You can just store that in that holster just like so. And again, you can't really close that thing, which is a little disappointing. We can interchange the hands. You know, since I have that trigger holding hand, you can switch it to a more open palm like so if you want. We do got the two open palms like that, so that works out really nice, but I tend to leave the trigger hand on because I'm going to be displaying him with the actual gun. Now we also do get these cool, really awesome metal bar hook hands, or arms I should say, for the figure. These were awesome in the movie, I love that. So how these are going to work, you're actually going to detach this at the forearm like so, and then take this one off like that's a little tight on there, but you can get it going on. So you can just push this one on there like that. So hopefully I have that on the right side, and then get this one, and then get that one like there, and there you go. Now you have him with those really crazy bars, you know, hook bars for arms, which was just really scary and gnarly when that came out in the movie, and he just hooked onto the car and whatnot, just raw. I thought that was really freaking cool, and I think it's a really cool addition. I actually love that. And yeah, man, those look really awesome with this guy, and you can kind of just see him casually turning more and more blue as this figure, or excuse me, as this review goes on, because with the heating on my lamps and whatnot. And yeah, that looks awesome. So really cool stuff here. Alright, so now I want to take a look at his color change feature, because that's one of the big things for this particular figure. And man, I just love the eyes, and that silver eyes look great, right? I dig that a ton. It's really creepy. But anyways, so when he is gets warmer and put in warm temperatures, or such as warm water, or again things like such as my lights, he will turn this brighter blue, which actually looks really cool, and I like that a ton. So when he's more exposed to cold, he should turn that darker black color. So let's see what happens. So I have a bowl of a ice water right here. So let's see what happens. So I'm just gonna dunk his head like so a bit, and bam, you can see how instantly he turns that darker color, which is pretty crazy. So now I'm gonna put let's put an arm in, see how that works. So we try that right there. A little bit, and bam, yeah, you can really see how he turns that darker color, which is pretty crazy. So let's, let's just dunk him in a bit more. Let's see what happens, and wow, look at that, how the line just changes like so. That is crazy. Hold on, I want to play more with this. Hold on. I'm gonna take his legs in there like so, and bam, look at that. That's really freaking cool. So that color change thing works great, and you can just see from where I gripped it right here with my thumb, that's already turning that blue. So let me just put my thumb on this for a bit. So the heat of my body should be changing that already. So yeah, you kind of see that a little bit, how it changes like so. So that's pretty crazy, man. That color change plastic works really good. So yeah, you can see just right there on my chest. I just really want to play with this right now, so excuse me. I really want to check this out because it's really cool. This is my first time actually really messing around with the color change thing, so I'm kind of just having fun with it. And yeah, look at that. Look at how crazy that is. That is awesome. So I want to kind of just dunk him in here some more. Get that in there like so. Get those legs all black. Let me see, get the rest of his body in there. So I'm just gonna leave him in there for a second, get that all, see if I get the whole thing into that black color, because the heat of my lamps really is making him heat up. So dang, look at that. That's awesome, dude. I love this so much. I'm totally having fun. I feel like a kid again, just playing with color change toys and whatnot. That is a ton of fun and just works really, really good. Alright, so let's take a look at the articulation. So the neck is on a ball joint that does roll around like so. Arms can go full 360, up and out about that far, which is nice. We got rotation at the elbow as well as a single bend at the elbow, and that works on for both sides. So I like how he actually articulated that section, which is really, really nice. The hands are on ball joints, so those kind of just roll around and do pretty much whatever you like, rotating things like so. There's no ab crunch or anything like that, no torso cut. It does just seems it swivels right there at the waist, just above the belt. So that's all you're gonna get right there. His crotch area is a little bit of a softer plastic, so you can kick forward about that much, back about that far. Can do the splits, very, very nice. So that works really nice. Rotate in that upper thigh. We got a single bend at the knee, as well as rotation at the knee. And it seems like we get ball pegs at the feet, but because of the cuff of the pant leg right there, it hinders the articulation quite a bit. So you're mostly just gonna get rotate left and right, and not really any up and down, just barely anything. So overall, your articulation is cool. It works okay. I'm not going to be getting him in anything too dynamic, which I don't really expect him to, but I think he's still pretty badass, especially if you're a fan of those old school Kenner toys. This isn't a perfect homage, but I can see what they were going with here. I still think he's really, really cool, and definitely makes me want to pick up some more Terminator figures, because this guy's pretty dope, and I think he is definitely a must get. So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool figure, as well as a DCUC Batman figure. And for your NECA comparison, here he is standing next to an Ambush Predator and RoboCop figures. And just for fun, here he is standing next to a little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the Terminator 2 White Hot T-1000 from NECA Toys. Now overall, I think this is a really badass figure. I love throwbacks to those Kenner days. Those were some of my all-time favorite toys, and I always love when NECA gives us these updated versions. This White Hot T-1000 is definitely a rad action figure. Really cool sculpt. I really dig the color change feature, and he has some pretty decent accessories. Yeah, he lacks paint and his articulation is okay at best, but he's still a pretty fun toy, and overall, that's why I love this guy. So I give him a rating of 3.5 bat bombs out of 5. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.